let f of x equals 7x to the 6th times the square root of x plus negative 3 over x cubed square root of x. So this is more of an exercise in how to handle powers, so you know what you can use the power rule on and what you don't have to use the power rule on. You could certainly use a product rule here, but you would need two product rules and one quotient rule, so it's definitely to your advantage to rewrite this to use the power rule. So let's see. Let's start with x to the 6th times the square root of x. See what happens there. So that is x to the 6th times x to the 1/2. And we're told we can combine that into a single by adding their exponents. So make it one exponential function. But to add their exponents, we need to have a common denominator. So this is actually x to the 12/2 plus 1/2. So x to the 13/2. The other one, x to the 3rd square root of x, will be similar. It'll be x to the, what I need to make this 6/2, then plus 1/2, so x to the 7/2. All right, so still rearranging things. I have my original function as 7x to the 13/2 minus 3x to the negative 7/2. And I'm making it a negative 7/2 because it was originally in the denominator. But I think you can see the advantage now, because at this point I can just find the derivative using the product rule. So this would be 7 times 13/2 x to the, so 13/2 minus 1 would be 13/2 minus 2/2, which is 11/2, plus 3 times 7/2. Now negative 7/2 minus 2/2 is going to be negative 9/2. So 7 times 13, I don't know my 13s so well. Grab the calculator. All right, so 7 times 13, 91. Okay, so 91/2 x to the 11/2. This is 21/2 x to the negative 9/2. And you could make that a positive exponent, or you could leave it. Depends on if the question requests it or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That's perfectly fine answer there.